Matt, feel like moving anywhere outside of the metro area?
Oh, you mean like packing up and moving like across the country or something like that?
Yeah. Is there any place that you'd consider?
Somewhere warm. I would never move further north than here, for sure.
Okay. That makes sense to me.
It'd have to be a pretty compelling deal. You know, I've got lots of friends and family in Kansas City.
Right.
And in St. Joe. And in other areas in this part of the country.
Apparently, the place where everybody's going right now, Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, the place to go.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
That's the word from the experts at Realtor.com. They say that Salt Lake City is the most sought-after spot in the country with a whopping 15.2% increase in home sales over the past year. And they bumped out Austin, Texas, had been the leader of this poll for the last couple of years, and Austin's not even in the top 10 now.
Out of houses.
Yep.
Or the houses are so costly now that no chance. Nice try.
Can't afford it. But in the top 10, Casey Mo made the list.
Casey Mo,
number 9.
Nice.
Yeah, but you said you would not go anywhere any further north?
Right, like I'm not going to move to Minneapolis, for example.
Right. Okay, what about Indianapolis?
That's too samey. You know, I mean, that's not good enough. I guess not only do I want to not move north, I want something like extra compelling. So yeah, I probably would move to the south before, or you know, the southern part of the country.
So Salt Lake City has the mountains, but Indianapolis, nothing.
That's your review?
That's number 2. Number 3, Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, got to be something real compelling. Number 4, Boise City, Idaho.
Boise City?
Yeah.
I have never heard it called that before.
I haven't either. But on the list, Boise City. So maybe it's like
different?
Overland Park. Maybe it's like a suburb of Boise.
Boise City. I'm typing it in now. Boise or Boise? How do you say it?
I say Boise.
It says... no, I don't know what to say. How do you say Boise City?
I say Boise.
Boise City is a city in the county seat of Cimarron County in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. That's not the one they're talking about?
Nope. You're talking Idaho.
Huh.
Never heard it called Boise City.
No, in fact, on Wikipedia, Boise City, Oklahoma. Boise City redirects here for the city in Idaho. See Boise, Idaho.
Come on, Realtor.com.
Yeah, get it together.
Number 5, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah, all of these are north. Virginia Beach, that's maybe like no. That's got a good spring break, but not terribly far from D.C. Akron, Ohio, number 7. Greenville, South Carolina, that's a little bit further south.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Missouri, and Knoxville, Tennessee.
The top 10 home sales locations of the past year.
Realtor.com saying these are the most sought after spots in the country. Coolest places in America to move, according to Realtor.com.
Yeah, I don't think I'd move to any of those cities. What about you?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope. I don't think so. I would like to vacation in some of these places. Maybe Salt Lake City.
Oh, yeah, especially, I mean, so many times you can control the weather by going to a place on a certain time of the, like Minneapolis in the summertime. Sounds like a lovely experience.
Still sounds cold.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, summertime, I kind of like to get hot, be hot. Kate, are you familiar with Duolingo?
Is that the app where they teach you how to speak a different language?
Yes. Yeah, and they say that I am mentally exhausted is the phrase of the year.
Oh. So is that the phrase of the year because that's the phrase people want translated the most?
So it says, Duolingo released the blah, 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 blah. I am mentally exhausted. The company said it chose the phrase featured in its Japanese course to reflect the tone and overall feeling of the year in which we witnessed record-setting burnout and fatigue induced by the ongoing pandemic. This kind of goes on to explain that Japanese is the fastest-growing language to study in the United States.
Really?
Yep. And just passed Italian to become the 5th most popular language studied worldwide.
Wow.
You ever tried that? You ever tried Duolingo?
No.
I did for a while. I seen if I could reclaim some of my Spanish language knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of reward, they're like, try to keep your streaks going. Get into Duolingo once a day and do the quiz. I did it for a couple weeks years ago, and it didn't stick.
Oh.
So, fail.
I feel like it could kind of get by on Spanish. Either reading it or speaking it.
You could?
I think I could. I feel like there's lots of things that I remember from Spanish. Plus reading it and trying to break down the words and be like, okay, I think this means.
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. But if a native Spanish speaker is speaking at a regular rate.
You couldn't say, un momento, por favor.
Right. I need to figure out what the opposite of rapido was. I can't remember what that is right now. Like slow down, less rapido.
Yeah.
Menos rapido.
No más rápido.
No más rapido. Okay.
I don't know.
But it's a cool app. I recommend it.
I also feel like I could say, ¿Dónde está el baño?
Yeah, where's the bathroom?
La biblioteca.
Yes. These are all the standard.
Mis pantalones.
What was that one?
Mis pantalones.
Where are my pants?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So you and I are pretty good at Spanish is what we're finding out.
Oh, totally fluent. So Duolingo, it kind of quizzes you on what you already know, or is there teaching involved, like you learn a word a day?
It will teach you from scratch. Yeah, it'll do like a word a day, but then it'll teach you how to conjugate and whatever other words describe what you do with the language, yeah.
My girls take Spanish at their school. This is going to sound like I'm trash talking, but it's not, I promise.
Can't wait to see where this is going now.
I know. I was just asking them, we had Spanish today. I was like, oh, yeah? ¿Cómo estás? And they're like, what? I'm like, oh, gosh. I'm like, are you guys conjugating verbs yet? And they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, all right, never mind.
Yeah, they're really making strides.
But they can recite a prayer in Spanish, so woo. I know. Didn't that sound terrible?
Oh, yes.
It did.
So they're just they're using Spanish language at your kids' Catholic school to further indoctrinate them? Is that what's going on?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Whatever it takes.
I know, but let's learn the alphabet. Let's learn some verbs.
Yeah, they don't know any abe, say.
I know. I started to do the alphabet song with them, and they just looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, okay.
How's that go?
Abe, say, che, de, a, f, a. And then they repeat it. No? Okay.
No, I had not heard that. No.
No? How'd you learn the alphabet?
Abe, say, de, a, f, a?
No. Abe, say, de, che.
Che. Apparently, we should have used the song.
Abe, say, de, che, a. Abe, say, che, de. I'm sorry. C has two. Abe, say, che, de, a, f, a. Yeah.
So what song is that based off of? What is that? Da, 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 da.
It's like the military.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
like
marching deal.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. That's how we learned it both in high school and in college.
Really? Okay. Yeah, because I took it in high school and college as well and did not encounter that song.
No.
Either that or I blacked it out because it was too traumatic. I don't know.
Our professor in college was really sarcastic. Really sarcastic. So she'd just speak to us. And if we didn't know what she was saying, we'd have to look it up. And so she would repeat things so you could know what she was saying. And she was not speaking muy rápido. But my Spanish name was Isabel.
Okay.
And so she'd say, Isa es muy fácil. And I'd be like, wait a second, look it up. I'm like,
you're very easy?
Yes. I was like, Isa no es easy. Senora. And she'd just start laughing. I'm like,
oh.
We had Pepe in our class, and she'd give Pepe a bunch of trouble, too.
Now, why was your name Isabel?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it was Elizabeth in Spanish, and my middle name's Elizabeth.
Oh, you didn't want to go with...
Instead of just... I think there was already a Katerina or something.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'll be Isabel.
Yeah, I was always Mateo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like Spanish was the one that I worked the hardest in, because if you missed a day, you felt super behind. I always had flashcards for Spanish.
Yeah, flashcards.
Mm-hmm. For vocabulary, for conjugating verbs, for...
Artisanally made flashcards, like you made them yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar too, yeah.
Yeah.
But, alas, yeah, I followed most of the phrases you said just there, so that was somewhat encouraging, but a lot of those are the ones that they teach.
Right. Textbook.
So once you start mixing the words around and making new sentences that I haven't heard is when things can get a little bit...
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like you know the important words.
Biblioteca.
Margarita.
Baño. Margarita. Yeah.
Por favor.
Right. Well, it's funny.
Gracias.
You know, we have, oh gosh, is it Babbel? Is that that's another language learning app or something, right?
Yeah.
There was this spot that they used to play, radio ad for the unfamiliar, where like you hear like, dos cervezas, por favor. And it's like, you're telling people to learn Spanish so they can order beer? Okay.
Well, if you're going to travel to Mexico, you need to know those things.
Yeah, it's fair.
No agua, por favor.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't want to get Montezuma's Revenge, is that what it's called?
Right. Also, an important phrase to learn, ¿cómo se dice?
Is that what time is it?
No. How do you say?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
¿Cómo se dice Tylenol?
Yeah, K-O-R-A-S is what time is it? What's wrong with me?
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Matt? Come on.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, Matt, you're too hard on yourself.
What was the point? I blew it. Why did I even go to college, Kate?
I ask myself that sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah. Not you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why did Matt
even go to college?
Sheesh. Yeah.
No. Matt, if you had to guess what the most popular emoji was for 2021, what would you guess?
Ooh, a ruffle crying face.
I think that's what it's called. Is that the crying laughing face?
Yeah, but it's tilted on its side a little bit.
Okay, so this one doesn't say tilted.
Oh.
This just says the crying laughing face was the most used emoji again this year.
So close.
And it's been number one since 2017.
Wow.
This is number two?
Is it the one I just said?
No.
Number 2. The clown emoji?
Not at all. No.
Speaking of which, you never replied to that clown emoji I sent you that one day.
I didn't.
What was up with that?
I'm not replying to clowns.
Okay. Not the emoji, at least. Because you're still talking to me. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah. I figured you'd be like, oh.
Okay, so second most popular just grinning emoji.
Red heart.
Red heart. Oh, so foolish of me.
Red heart. And the least used emojis of 2021 for the umpteenth year in a row?
Painting the fingernail emoji.
The flag emojis.
Oh, they're not.
258 different flags, so they're the largest subcategory of emojis.
So it's kind of unfair.
Nobody uses them.
Yeah, so it's kind of unfair because you and I have no reason to post like the Argentinian flag or something, right?
Right.
And so you have it's a split of the vote. Too many candidates. There you go.
I mean, neither of us are Argentinian, but
right.
We're also not putting our ethnicity flags out there either. So,
whereas the crying laughing face emoji, that's universal, right?
I think so. Red heart. Oh,
I don't like the laughing so hard crying face emoji. I feel like I'm being laughed at. Maybe it's just the way it's looking at me.
You think so?
I feel like it's mocking me, that emoji.
So if it's tilted, it's okay. But if it's straight on, it's laughing at you.
I'm still a little bit bothered by the tilted one, but for whatever reason, the non-tilted one is a little bit infuriating.
I'm going to try to remember that because I feel like I use both of those.
Do you have laughing so hard crying face?
Yeah. I feel like I use both of those quite a bit.
When was the last time you checked? Because we checked one day on our phones to see what our most used emoji were. Do you have yours handy?
Yeah.
Frequently used. I think this thing's off. I think once again, since
I think it's lying.
Since I move through so many different devices, with the iPhone, the Mac, iPad, and moving. I don't know if this syncs across devices is frequently. And when it says frequently used, does that mean frequently used by everybody? This doesn't seem right, Kate. Sunglasses, smiling face emoji. Yeah, I use that one a lot. This has this slightly frowny face emoji. I don't use that one hardly ever. Grinning emoji, praying hands emoji. Nope, don't use that. So maybe this isn't. There's the clown, though. Maybe it's a mixture of emoji that a lot of people use and the stuff that... The music notes emoji, I don't use that. Siren, no. Expressionless is the emoji I'm currently hot on. You know what I'm talking about? The one with just 2 dashes for eyes and then 1 straight line for the mouth.
I'm looking for it.
What do you mean?
I'm looking for that.
For that emoji?
In my emojis.
Oh.
Well, my kids take over my phone quite a bit, so these emojis are not all my emojis.
Okay.
But the one that I was going to guess for me is the red heart, and that's in the number 1 spot.
Oh.
I know. And then right next to it is the red-faced emoji with the cuss words on the mouth. I'm like, well, that seems legit, too. But then there's an emoji with, like, shaving cream, and so you just see the eyes.
Oh.
I don't know if it's shaving cream or an emoji and a fart. I don't know, but I've never seen that one before, but that's the next one. So you can tell that my kids have had it.
So I've got a turkey emoji in here. I feel like maybe I used the turkey emoji on Thanksgiving Day like once, maybe to message some friends or something. But it's not like I'm using the turkey emoji a lot. Champagne emoji. See, are they getting us prepped for the new year, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
The party horn emoji, which I have used. The red balloon emoji that got listed under frequently used. So some of these I have never used. This must be a mixture of ones you frequently use and then ones that other people frequently use or something. Because there's the clown. Thank goodness the clown is there, and I doubt the clown is frequently used amongst a broad sector of society. So, what?
I was just wondering who would use the clown.
Me.
Yeah. But what category would you say that people who use the clown are? If it's not a broad spectrum, it's a
minority?
No, I was trying to think of like a
niche?
No, hold on. It's almost there. It's a good thing I don't have to talk for a living, Matt.
Fragment?
No. Something like the higher intelligence group or something like wink, wink. Yeah, it's not a majority emoji. It's just the super intelligent ones are using.
Yeah, it's me and the other Mensa members.
That's it. Okay. There it is.
All right, we got there. You painting up the town on New Year's Eve, Kate?
I don't think so. I don't think we've got any New Year's plans.
I'm not sure when the last time I was up until midnight on New Year's Eve. Been a while.
Yeah? So are you going to do something fun?
Probably not.
Okay.
You guys do like a New Year's celebration with the fam? With your immediate family?
We used to, the 4 of us used to get a hotel room and we'd let the girls swim and we'd have pizza and hang out in the hotel room and like a little mini staycation of sorts. But we haven't done that for the last 2 years. So
just because of the move and the pandemic and so on and so forth. Yeah.
That whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You guys hit you get some sparkling grape juice or something for the kids to enjoy, or?
I think they'd get to pick their own fun drink, is what we call them. Yeah, you can have a fun drink, and Monty and I would have a few drinks, and we have lots of snacks, and wait for midnight, and then go to bed.
Oh, so you'd make it all the way till midnight Central Time?
Yeah, the 3 years that we did it, we did. I think the third year, 2 years ago, we were like, oh my gosh, what time is it? Yeah, we played cards, and it was fun.
A lot of people just celebrate the East Coast New Year. Like, that's good enough. Made it this far. I think my parents have been doing that for quite a long time, actually.
Oh, my gosh.
With their New Year's gatherings with their friends. I think that they had been... Dad, you can text me if I'm off on this, but fairly certain they've been celebrating East Coast New Year's for a while. And then...
That makes sense.
But what if you're on the East Coast? Are you celebrating,
Chinese New Year?
Yeah, I was going to say, who hits New Year's first?
Yeah, but back in the day, before kids, gosh, we used to do New Year's. We don't do New Year's anymore.
Yeah, see, I am childless and still nothing. But this morning show has something to do with that, but it also has something to do with the fact that most of my friends have families of their own. They do have children. And so their social lives went bye-bye.
Yeah, and just being able to recover is the hard part.
Oh.
It's not so much like we've got to find a babysitter. It's that you can't go rip-roaring on New Year's Eve and then be responsible for people the next day.
Oh, okay. Not necessarily that you can't recover from a hangover quicker than you used to, or is that part of it too?
That's part of it too.
Okay.
Yeah. And that normally before children, you'd be able to sleep a little bit later the next day. Little people are like, no, I still need breakfast. Hop to chop chop. Yeah. So I feel like that might be some of the, we can get a babysitter, we can still go out, but it's the next day that you're like, oh, can you change your own diaper? Can you can you make your own bottle? Can you know?
Right.
Because most of us have the next day off because it's, a holiday, but still.
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
How about New Year's resolutions, Kate? You going to do any New Year's resolutions?
I haven't really thought of it as much. I know I purchased a treadmill, so I'd like to get back into running, but as far as I want to get back into running races, I don't know.
Yeah, because you need a measurable result, right?
Right.
Like if you said, I want to be able to run a 5-minute mile.
Woof. That makes my legs hurt thinking about it.
Something like that, though, right?
Yeah. And maybe, I think mine is more distance than time.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is more I'd like to run 3 miles again.
Oh.
Without stopping.
Not half a marathon.
I don't know. I know that I've done it. I know that I did it before.
You've done a half before?
Yeah, I've done 5 or 6 halves.
Oh, so 4.5 or... Wait, no, I'm doing that math wrong. You never run the full-on marathon, though?
No.
Man, all those half marathons, that seems like you're so close.
Not really. You're still 13 miles away.
Yeah, you only made it halfway. Hence the name, half marathon.
Yeah, and when you're on the route and you're, halfway through with your race and the other people are starting the other half and they veer off and you're like, later suckers, I'm going to be done soon. You still have a bajillion more miles to go.
Yep.
So not to I'm very jealous of marathon runners, but I just don't have it in me. I know I don't have it in me. My attention span is way too short. So,
okay.
But I know I can't run half without running, 3 miles or, 5 miles or 6 miles,
Yeah,
so
sure.
I think if I start small, like you said, a foreseeable goal, if I can run 3 miles without stopping by the end of January. I don't know.
Because I think that New Year's resolution, what is the deadline on a New Year's resolution? Is it the entire year?
I don't know.
Like, are people still working on their New Year's resolutions, their 2021 New Year's resolutions right now?
Or maybe they've already become habits, so it's not a resolution anymore. It's just part of how they live their life now.
There goes my mind. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What about you, Matt?
I really never do. And it's so boring. And there's plenty of things I could work on. But I typically find, like, when I took that half-year break from drinking, I took those 6 months, that was just kind of a spontaneous deal. I feel like I just do better in the moment. It's like people often set a date to hit, a certain goal, like kind of like you mentioned. Like January 31st, I want to be able to run 3 miles uninterrupted. Or I want to run a mile in this amount of time. Or I want to lose X number of pounds. Right?
Right.
The more measurable it is, the more likely you can't just say, I'm going to lose weight in the new year. And you can measure it like on food items too. I'm only going to eat junk food a day a week in the new year. As opposed to, I'm going to eat better or I'm going to work out more.
Right.
You want to kind of, something that, yes, you can measure.
Yep.
And I wish all of you who care to try to resolve to do better, I wish you the best of success, but I can't think of anything right now that will be good. It would be probably, exercise-based. I think that would make a lot of sense. I know that's kind of a common one. Watch out for the gym. Watch out for the gym. The gym rats are going to see you coming, and they're going to be making bets in their mind on when or if you will ever return. Don't you think that those meatheads do that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like it would make sense.
Well, I think it's kind of justified.
There's a rush at the gym after the first of the year, and you just have to, if you are a religious attendee, then you just have to wait for the people to fall off their resolution.
Right.
Or their motivation. And
maybe they could, these hardcore workout people can, take a week off. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. They're just going to deal and then complain on social media about how crowded the gym is thanks to you.
People taking up their machine time.
But ignore them. Power through.
Keep going.
You got this. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to wipe down your machine.
Absolutely.